up, y'all? We back with another great reaction video. Today we are headed into homes in Denmark versus the USA. I love these because
I love these ones.
And seeing the comparison of homes and how different we really are, because it is crazy. It is a crazy thing out there in the world how different we are.
I think just down to the outlets.
It's just simple things. But if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe. We are trying to hit 100K and we getting there. We thank you guys so much for making that possible. But let's dive in.
All right, welcome to this week's Traveling Young. Maya's here with me. Later, you'll see Miranda. But right now, we're standing in my office. Check it out. There's all my random bobblehead baseball things.
I love that.
Where I edit videos. Random guitars on the wall. This is it. There's a cat on the ground. Here we are in my office, and you're going to kind of inadvertently get a house tour.
Yeah, it wasn't really the intention with the video, but you're going to get a little bit of it, a little taste.
And that's because this video, we're going to talk about 10 things that we find different in Danish homes, specifically this one, and homes that we've lived in the U.S. We thought that would be an interesting topic. 10 things different in Danish homes versus American homes on this week's Traveling Young.
You know what I was going to say before they dive into it? I wonder how much of a culture shock when like Americans move to different places. How long does it take them to actually adjust? Like to get used to like all the different things. Like I wonder how long it actually takes them to get used to it.
So we're outside our house at our mailbox, and you can see our mailbox looks like basically any other mailbox in either Denmark or the US, but the big difference is it has our names on it. So there's Josh's name. My name's there too, and that's really important because here in Denmark, if you don't have your name on your mailbox, sometimes the post people won't actually deliver your mail. They'll send it back because they can't prove that you live here. What? So that's a big difference from the US because we're not required to do that in the US. It just goes by the house number. So the post people just deliver it to whoever lives in the house. They don't know who lives there. They just care about the house number. So
you know what? I do miss that in America when I was a kid, having a mailbox in front of your house. And I guess it's more convenient.
They still have some in some neighborhoods.
In the old neighborhoods, yeah. But like the newer neighborhoods now, you just have a big old mailbox on the corner.
And you gotta walk to it, which is not bad, but it's just like
I just miss the old box. Yeah, I'm not saying like the far. I don't care about the walk. For me, I just miss
it's just the nostalgic of it.
Yeah, having like my grandma's neighborhood still have them. Like they go to house and drop them off. Like
I think that is so cool.
Like we used to have a little flap on the door, like in the
we did too.
They just drop it and they come in.
But ours wasn't on the door. It was on the wall.
Yeah,
like right next to it.
Ours on our door in the middle. I know the wall. My aunt had one on the wall.
Yeah, we had ours on the wall.
Ours was on the flap in the door. So I used to always look out of it, like then people.
That's a big difference. And behind me are all of our trash cans. So we've got paper and plastic. We have cardboard. We've got our regular trash, food trash. So this is all like the extras from when you're cooking and things. And then glass and metal.
That's a lot.
And finally our garden trash.
That's a lot.
We've got a lot of trash cans. We do a lot of recycling, a lot of separating, and that's a big thing here in Denmark. Recycling's really big, so they make it as easy as possible. And all of these get picked up on different days. We just have to kind of note in a calendar what days they come. So that's a big difference from the U.S. All we had in the U.S. was...
Can you imagine how many trash cans you have in your house?
Days.
No, trash cans in your house.
Oh, yeah.
Because if not, then you're going through your trash can every day. Yeah. Can you imagine, like, you need 1, 2, 3, 4.
Imagine the trash. Like, you probably got a trash day every day.
Every day, yeah.
That would be annoying.
But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I like the system because it's good. Like you said, recycling and the ecosystem, all that stuff. But I hate it because it's a lot of stuff to remember.
You better remember.
Yeah, I don't know if I would be... That would actually bother me. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll be like, dang. Put the scraps over here. There's the paper. There's the cardboard. That's
what I'm saying. I feel like you would literally have to throw out everything at a time.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's basically like mixed recyclables. So anything that was recyclable went into one container. They didn't make any separation. And then we just had trash. And that was it. And it was really, really hard to do any really big recycling. We did a video about Genbrug Station. We didn't really have those in the U.S. either, so yeah, there's lots more recycling done here in Denmark, and therefore lots more trash cans.
I feel like ours is just 3. We have our brown one, which is like pretty much everything that goes in there. We have our green one, which is all like gardening stuff, like when you mow your lawn and stuff like that. And then we have our third one, which is blue, and that's specifically for like papers, cardboards, What else?
Plastics.
Like No, you
It
can't.
is plastic.
That's plastic?
You can put plastic cans, all that in there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why did we never do that?
Because you recycle your cans.
Oh, true. And then, but within us, like, we have 2 in the garage that's like one's for cans, one's for plastic. And then it's just like, it's so much. So, like, when we tell our kids or something, we'll be like, okay, make sure you put it. Like, they know too. Like, they'll be like, okay, blue trash can.
Or we also don't dump our food in the house either. We got a trash can in the garage for that. Like,
Oh, yeah. Like,
I hate scraps in the house. Like, throw it in the outside trash can.
All right, so one of the weird things about bathrooms in Denmark is the light switches are outside the bathroom rather than inside the bathroom. I don't understand why. If somebody knows the reason for this,
that is crazy.
Tell me in the comments, because I don't understand it at all. But it is kind of fun to mess with people while they're going to the bathroom.
Yeah, our kids, I'll be removing that
All right,
and
so
putting it
another thing
inside.
I want to talk about is unfinished floors. So this is like the entrance to our new house, but it is actually the only room in our current house that has unfinished floors. But our 2 old houses in Denmark had only unfinished floors in every room of the house. However, I don't think none of our houses back in the U.S. had unfinished floors. They were all, have the glossy top. And I don't know if I've ever even been in a house in the U.S. that had unfinished floors. So it's a very Danish or European thing.
show us.
But yeah, it was something I definitely thought was a bit strange when I first came here.
All right, so you're kind of getting a little bit of a tour of the house here. We're now in Miranda's office and looking at another light switch. There's this very light switch heavy tour and description of things. And in this case, what's interesting is there's an outlet at the switch. It's smart because there's obviously power going to the switch. And it allows you to do things like plug in a vacuum cleaner or something that you just need temporarily plugged in, and you don't need to get on the ground or move furniture to find an outlet.
I think it's good safety for kids.
This is not something that happens in the U.S. The light switches are just light switches. There's no outlets next to it at all. So this is pretty handy. I like this.
I like that too because I like bending over, like you said, outlets behind the couch, wherever.
I think it's a safety thing for kids too.
Yeah, like right there. I like that because all our outlets are hidden behind something or something in the way, and you got to go plug it up, move something. Like and it's one outlet in our kitchen that's kind of like high on our counter. I use that one all the time because it's like right there. I plug the vacuum in every time because I'm like, I don't feel like going behind this couch or on the side of the dog kennel to plug this in right now, so I'm just gonna use that one.
Almost every light switch in the house has an outlet directly below it if you need power.
All right, now we are in the kitchen, and something that I really thought was interesting when I first moved to Denmark is I remember walking into the kitchen in our very first house and saying, "Where's the fridge? Where is it?" But we had a built-in fridge, and it's quite common in Danish homes to have built-in fridges in the wall. But that was something that was very weird to get used to.
Looking for it.
I definitely opened the wrong cabinet a few times when we first moved into our house here.
I literally was looking
All right, and now we're going to switch.
Yes.
Because I have
so
one.
cool.
I hope the sound, maybe stand over there. I hope the sound of the dishwasher isn't too loud over there. But also, this is a freezer. And as you can see, there's no mechanism for making ice cubes in this freezer at all. There's no thing to get. This isn't doing anything except
no
being
ice.
No ice making facilities.
Yes, ice maker's next to it.
Every refrigerator freezer I've ever had in America had the ability to make ice cubes. Even the cheapest one. We lived in this like super inexpensive, cheap, right out of college house in Tullahoma, Tennessee. I bought the cheapest refrigerator, which was also happened to be the most expensive one I could afford at the time. Even it had up at the top, quite common, the freezer at the top, a way to make ice cubes with water running into the freezer to do this. So I've always had free flowing ice cubes at any point I wanted in my life until I moved here. 5.5 years of no ice cubes. That's a massive, this has been a struggle to get used to.
He's struggling with the ice.
Winter, but in the summertime, oh, ice cubes, I love you so much.
Why not buy containers to
This
make
is
them?
one that I feel like you and I both miss.
Yes.
There's no bathtubs here. You can get a bathtub, but 90% of the homes, I would say, do not have a bathtub. You just have a standing shower.
Yeah,
and that's all you get.
we've never lived in a house that had a bathtub.
No. And
agree.
I'm getting used to it.
I've been in houses with a bathtub.
Yeah.
Other people's houses,
Yeah.
not our houses.
I wouldn't mind not having a bathtub. Like
I think our kids are more or less in it.
they get in every now and then.
I feel like the only time I used the bathtub was when I was pregnant.
Only time I would want one is if it's like one of them jet ones, like them jacuzzi, like the one
big
my
ones.
parents got one of them. It is huge, and if I had one of those, then at that point, like yeah, give me one. But if it's just a standard little tub, like who wants to sit in that? I need jets. I need massage if I'm gonna be in there, not just laying in like I'm boiling. I don't want to sit in there like a potato and some soup, like a soup.
Ew. I'm still stuck on the whole ice cube situation. Like, why not just order trays off of Amazon?
Ice cubes would drive me crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
But you can fix that.
That's another ick.
You can literally buy trays and
you
put them in the freezer.
But I'm not trying to go back to the 90s of filling trays. Because
oh my God. Or buy an ice maker.
Then I'm gonna have flashbacks of not filling it.
Buy an ice maker.
Because I was that kid that didn't
ways.
fill it. I did not fill it. I got yelled at all the time. I got some ice cubes out and put it right back. Plus, I didn't like it because if you lose half of the tray, right, and then you fill that other half, and then you go back in there, that other half is not frozen all the way, so then you gotta crack it, and then it's a mess. It's a mess.
It's not really common. No.
Sometimes I miss it, but that's what hotels are for. They have bathtubs. And we thought we'd just do a quick special honorable mention to the 2 buttons that you have on toilets. In the U.S., we just have a single flush. You flush the toilet, and that's it. No more thought to it. Here, you've got a light flush for light things and a heavier flush for heavier things.
I'm a frequent user of the heavy flush button. Just
So more water. It's a bit more forceful with the heavy flush. So So whichever one you need, you can do.
That's smart.
Good for energy water saving.
Yes, exactly.
Right? What do you think, buddy?
Ollie agrees.
Ollie agrees.
So I think I got a lot of Ollie's butt up. We're trying to get her to do weird things over here.
Oh, look at this Marshall fit.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay, go ahead. Wait. All right, go for it.
Okay. So one thing that I really noticed when we moved to Denmark, and I think this is just the Scandinavian style really coming out, but every room is white. They're all white. In every house we've lived in, all the rooms are just white. And I thought that was very interesting because the houses we've lived in the U.S. were either like painted different colors. I remember our dining room in our house in D.C. was yellow. We had a green room or like wallpaper. But every room here in all the houses we've lived in are just white. It's very minimalist. I think it's quite nice, especially in the summer with all the natural light. But I definitely remember coming to the house and being like, this is so boring. Why is everything white?
As I got like we in our own place, like I noticed like white is not bad. Like you could do much more.
I feel like every house is white.
But I feel like when you got white, like she said, you always think it's bland, but you could do so much white because you could add different colors and put certain stuff on the wall where you don't have to like, oh, I got this certain color on the wall, now I got to accent all this. I feel like white, there's just unlimited activity, like unlimited stuff you can do. Add this color, add this color, add that color, accent with this. You just got it. So now, if I move into another house and it's all white, it's staying white. And I'm putting all kind of colors in there.
Okay, so I did have to slightly search the house for this because this house does not really have that much of this, but previous houses did. Dad doesn't believe me, but it's true. But that the plugs here have like switches to turn them on and off, which I find very interesting because that's not really a concept we have in the U.S. So I have a demonstration for you that it does in fact turn on and off.
That would piss me off because we'll probably get to turn the switch on.
Right.
But yeah, this house doesn't really have that much, but previous houses definitely did, and it's something I think is very interesting. Oh, started to turn on.
Whoa.
Ollie wants to be in the
telling you.
podcast.
She looks just like her.
That's her.
But this was cool. I feel like the switch, that will kind of piss me off because it's like I'm in a rush and I forgot. Oh my god, it was never on. So I think that the tub, it's whatever. I feel like you either like or don't like a tub. For us, it's like we've had houses with tubs and it's just like I said, we've only used it like if we're sick or sore or something, and it was whatever. And then the whole like white walls, like to me, it's one of the ice cube situations. Like you can change that, so that's the only thing. But I mean, it's cool. I feel like I feel like their houses are more. I hope I'm using the right word. They're like for minimalists. Like it's just like simple, which is great. I do love that. It just looks very, like I said, minimalist compared to like the U.S. It's like
I like how
so freaking huge.
I had 2 houses with that switch thing that I grew up. My first house as a kid that I lived in with my parents, we had a switch in our houses like that where you had to hit the switch and then But it was for like it made sense though because my mom had her like in our dining room at the time. It was a switch to the lamps, so we would hit that switch and the lamps would come on. So and then another house of ours had the same thing, but I don't even know what we used that one for. But you had to hit the switch to turn whatever it was on. But that would drive me crazy, because especially like cooking, like I would be pissed off if I'm doing a crock pot dinner and I'm thinking
crack pot.
Crock pot. I didn't say crack. You thinking
like
of a crack pot?
No, it sounds like you said crack. It sounds like a crack pot.
Like if I'm doing a crock pot dinner and it's not on because it's stupid switch, I'm about to be pissed off.
That's what I said. I thought that I'm waiting for something to get ready, or like the iron.
Some things don't have lights.
Does it? Yeah.
Like you got certain things that let you know, like, oh, the light's not on, it's not on. But then you got stuff
that's why I said, can you imagine you're in a rush, you plug in the iron and you forgot to switch it, so now it's like, oh my god, I didn't get to iron.
Because I don't think our crock pot has a light.
It does.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so
it's
you would know.
It's super small, yeah.
See, but then there's certain stuff you don't. And then what if it's just on and you like, oh, I don't even know if it's on. So that would drive me crazy.
Is it bad to leave it on all the time?
I would. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Just keep it on.
But plug whatever you need to plug in. Yeah. But I think everything in here, I think what would disturb me the most is the trash cans. That would literally drive me insane.
That's that one that like it's gonna drive you crazy because it's like you forget.
Yeah. Like
having to get used to.
I'm a neat freak and I'm all about organization, but that's too organized. Like if you follow us on our other channel and watch Friends, that's like Monica. Those trash cans are Monica of Friends, and I'm not at that level where I'm about to be separating all this stuff for trash day and then set out each trash can for whatever day they come. I can't. I got 3 trash cans now, and I forget sometimes what day it comes. So let alone 12.
We're literally pulling in. It's like, wait, they go out tomorrow? Like yeah.
Man, the blues go out every other week, and it's like I don't even know which every other week it is. I just look at the neighbors. Yeah, the blue one's out, and you could tell that there's certain neighbors on our block that are just like us, because there be days they'll set out that trash can and it's not even going out. They just set it out just because.
Like, fuck it, it's gonna come in one day.
I'm like, all right, forget it. So that's probably what disturbed me the most. But let us know if you're not from there, what would disturb you the most out of this list. If you're from there, how the heck are y'all doing it? That's all I got to say. How are y'all doing it? But thank y'all for tuning in with us once again. We'll see y'all in the next one.